എല്ലാവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. നമ്മോടൊപ്പം ഈ വാർത്താ സമ്മേളനത്തിൽ എത്തിയിരിക്കുന്നത് കേന്ദ്ര പാർലമെന്ററി കാര്യ മന്ത്രിയും ഹോം മിനിസ്റ്ററുമായിട്ടുള്ള ശ്രീ പ്രഹ്ലാദ് ജോഷിജിയാണ്. അദ്ദേഹം കർണാടകത്തിൽ നിന്നുള്ള ലോക്സഭാ അംഗമാണ്. നേരത്തെ കർണാടക BJPയുടെ അധ്യക്ഷനായിരുന്നു. കേരളത്തിന്റെ തെരഞ്ഞെടുപ്പ് പ്രചാരണ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളുടെ മേൽനോട്ടം ചുമതല പാർട്ടി അഖിലേന്ത്യാ നേതൃത്വം ശ്രീ പ്രഹ്ലാദ് ജോഷിജിയാണ് ഏൽപ്പിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. കേരളത്തിന്റെ പ്രഭാരി എന്നുള്ള നിലയിൽ അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ ആദ്യ സന്ദർശനമാണ് തൃശ്ശൂരിൽ. തെരഞ്ഞെടുപ്പ് പ്രചാരണ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളുടെ മേൽനോട്ടം വഹിക്കുന്ന നേതാവ് എന്നുള്ള നിലയിൽ കേരളത്തിലെ രാഷ്ട്രീയ സാഹചര്യത്തെ സംബന്ധിച്ചും തെരഞ്ഞെടുപ്പിനെ നേരിടാനുള്ള സംഘടനാപരമായിട്ടുള്ള തയ്യാറെടുപ്പുകളെ സംബന്ധിച്ചും വിശദമായി വിലയിരുത്തുന്ന വിവിധ യോഗങ്ങൾ ഇന്ന് തൃശ്ശൂരിൽ സംഘടിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അദ്ദേഹം ഇന്ന് കേരളത്തിന്റെ രാഷ്ട്രീയ സാഹചര്യങ്ങളെക്കുറിച്ച് നിങ്ങളോട് സംസാരിക്കും. ഇതോടൊപ്പം കേരളത്തിന്റെ പാർട്ടിയുടെ പ്രഭാരിയായിട്ടുള്ള ശ്രീ CP രാധാകൃഷ്ണൻജി നമ്മുടെ കൂടെയുണ്ട്. അദ്ദേഹം നേരത്തെ 2 തവണ കോയമ്പത്തൂരിന്റെ MP ആയിരുന്നു. ഈ 2 നേതാക്കളും കേരളത്തെ സംബന്ധിച്ച് വിശദമായിട്ട് അറിവുള്ളവരാണ്. നിരവധി തവണ പ്രഹ്ലാദ് ജോഷിജി കഴിഞ്ഞ തെരഞ്ഞെടുപ്പുകളിലെല്ലാം കേരളത്തിൽ യാത്ര ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. കേരളത്തിലെ എല്ലാ പാർട്ടി നേതാക്കളെയും പ്രവർത്തകരെയും വ്യക്തിപരമായിട്ടുള്ള പരിചയമുള്ള ആളാണ്. കേരളത്തിന്റെ സാഹചര്യത്തെ സംബന്ധിച്ച് വളരെയധികം അറിവുള്ള നേതാക്കന്മാരാണ്. ഞാൻ ഈ 2 പേരെയും ഇന്നത്തെ വാർത്താ സമ്മേളനത്തിലേക്ക് ഹാർദമായിട്ട് സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യുന്നു.
Friends, I am happy to be here. In Kerala, in particular, Thrissur, which is the cultural capital of Kerala, the land of Adi Shankara, Sri Narayan Guru, Sri Chatambi Swami, Mahatma Ankali, abode of Ayappa, Guruvayur, so many freedom fighters, given birth to so many freedom fighters, and one of the major tourism hub of the country. After becoming the election in charge, this is my first visit. As we all know, Parliament session was going on. So after completing the Parliament session on Saturday, today Tuesday I am here. And hereafter, myself, Sri Radhakrishnan ji, Sunil, who are in charge, all together we will be here for the most of the days, and we will expose the failure of this present government and previous UDF government led by Congress. Both have failed miserably in all sections, in all walks of participating in Dharna. Congress party is taking Jatha. Congress Delhi में दोस्ती, केरला में कुश्ती. In entire Parliament session and in Delhi in many of the cases, they join hand together. No other agenda. The only agenda is to oppose Modi and Bharatiya Janata Party. They don't have any logic to join each other in Delhi. But if you ask, they will only say, we want to oppose BJP and Modi, we are joining hands. But when they come to Kerala, they fight each other, against each other. That has been, and present government failure is also quite well seen in the Lok Sabha elections also. Out of 20 seats, only one this present government has won. Of course, UDF has won. Major share is of UDF, but I am telling, after arrival of Rahul Gandhi here, I am quite confident that a migrant leader who was representing that constituency for 3 times. 2004 he entered Lok Sabha and I also entered the Lok Sabha. And this constituency is represented by their family. As you know, that is a family party. And absolutely there was no development, even there was no X-ray machine in Amethi Public Hospital. There was no simple X-ray machine. And a lot of land was grabbed by them. And after representing that constituency for 3 consecutive times, when he was the national president of the Congress party, people have shown him the doors. And now he has come and taken shelter in Kerala. And Kerala people will have also understood that by supporting Congress party, and especially Mr. Rahul Gandhi's leader-led Congress party, they are going to gain nothing. Because now they have understood what has happened in Amethi, and same thing is happening here also. So both the parties, both the fronts, they have miserably failed. In the entire country and in the Kerala in specific, we are marching ahead. We have taken the issues of the people of the Kerala, and I am quite confident people of Kerala will definitely express the great amount of displeasure which is in their mind in this coming election, and you will see a surprise result. And from 21st, under the leadership of our state president, there will be Vijay Yatra in Kerala. It will be inaugurated by Sri Yogi Adityanath, Honorable Chief Minister, very popular Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. And in concluding ceremony, our former National President and present Home Minister, with one of the most popular leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party in the country, Sri Amit Shah, will participate on 7th. And we will expose by such yatras and by reaching out to the people. And we are having an outreach program also, which is organized by the state party. We will expose the difference between the Modi-led government at the center and the LDF-led government at present in Kerala. See what is happening here, I am really surprised. As soon as we came to the power, to avoid the malpractice, as far as appointment is concerned in the various state government departments and the corporations, boards, we abolished the interview. The intention of abolishing the interview and examination. Keeping that in mind, Modi government abolished for D, C and even some of the B grade posts. And recently, 4-5 months back, one of the best system we have established is common eligibility test. For that, you need not apply at the many places. One common eligibility test will be there, and that test will make out a overall list, and from that people will be selected in a most transparent manner. But whereas what is happening in Kerala, backdoor entry for their cadres, for their relatives, people who have scored 35 or it is not exactly the number, people who have just passed in third class, that is 35%, 36%, they are in government offices, rank holders are on the street. This is the gift of present government led by Pinarayi Vijayan. We can just see there are so many such examples. I would not like to add all those things. Nepotism, adhocism, corruption. Talented youths have been deprived, and as I already stated, they are on street. I don't think the Communist Party, which claims that it is an ideological party, cadre-based party, they are behaving like this. So many scams, scandals, solar to gold, and nepotism is so much so, and unemployment is so much so, even Chief Minister and his family members, his relatives, his very nearest and dearest people, they are engaged in smuggling also, they are so much unemployed. इतना अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट हो गया है कि मुख्यमंत्री का जो आजू बाजू में रहते हैं उनके साथी हैं, वो भी उनको स्मगलिंग भी वो नहीं छोड़ते हैं. तो पहले some criminal used to do smuggling. Now smuggling is also done by the Chief Minister. And people who were, I don't want to politicize the COVID, but initially when there was some good gain as far as COVID is concerned, handling is concerned, they tried to show it to the world that we are the role model. But now they don't want to take responsibility. I don't want to make much statement on that because COVID can anywhere, any place, it can resurge. But when it was little controlled, they were telling it is our achievement, and today they are telling it is not in our hands. And now it is already known to the many people, people of the Kerala, a rank holder committed suicide. But even yesterday, a special cabinet meeting was called. A backdoor entry has been given to the many people, more than 150 people again. This itself shows they are on their way to exit. Otherwise, there is no need to hurry so much, rush. Do it immediately, any time election may announce, appoint them, because they know they are not going to come back. And both UDF and LDF, they are in competition to strike a deal with the LDF, to strike a deal with Islamic fundamentalists. And see the hypocrisy of the Congress party. They are, Rahul Gandhi, as soon as the Supreme Court judgment came in, he supported that. As far as Sabrimala shrine issue is concerned, temple issue is concerned, and here they are talking in favor of Hindu sentiments only because of whom they do not have any commitment. So far, Rahul Gandhi has not specifically told anything, who is now representing Kerala in Parliament. So far, he has not uttered a single word. I challenge Rahul Gandhi. What is your stand? Your Kerala stand is one, and your national party stand is one. Another one, you clarify your stand. And appeasement to the Islamic fundamentalism is so much so. Sadiq Ali Sahib Tangal, a son of current president of the Muslim League, justified the Turkish government decision to convert a Hagia Sophia into mosque. And even Sonia Gandhi being at the helm of the affair, Christians are not being left out. They are also being targeted. What do you mean by secularism? I am asking Pinarayi Vijayan and UDF, surrendering to the Muslim League, Muslim fundamentalists. I am not calling every Muslim is a fundamentalist, but the fundamentalists who are there in Kerala, STF, SDPI, PFI, surrendering to them is the your secularism? And this present government have registered around 60,000 cases against Bharatiya Janata Party and Sangh Parivar activists for opposing the move of the CPIM-led Kerala government. These are all the things. Unemployment is one of the major issues. Even their own cadre is unemployment, that's why they are bringing them through the back doors. BJP, for a period of time, it has gained well. Last time our vote share was 17%, and this time I am quite confident with the effort of Bharatiya Janata Party and adding to that failure of both these fronts, BJP will give a surprise result in Kerala. All our leaders, including Prime Minister and Home Minister, our National President, have taken keen interest in Kerala, and I am quite confident BJP will give a big surprise, and the questions which I have raised as far as Mr. Rahul Gandhi is concerned, he has to reply. And also about this from solar to smuggling of gold, where their own people are involved. The blue-eyed boy of the Pinarayi Vijayan is involved. They own explanation in this election to the people of Kerala. With these, and they are also changing the names of the central government, which is totally centrally sponsored schemes, like Ujjwala, except in one or two states like Bengal and Kerala. Nowhere it is done. Because it is a federal structure. It has to be acknowledged that central scheme is a central scheme. PMY, they are changing as life mission. And Ujjwala, Jal Jeevan Mission, many such pro-people schemes, names have been changed as if to show it that it is done by the state government itself. At the end, I would like to say, even having very less presence at present in Kerala, Bharatiya Janata Party, Modi-led government, it has given wonderful support to the Kerala. 36 road projects of 773 kilometers, 14,000 crores we have given. The railway, ever highest allotment to the southern states, including Kerala, 2 new line projects of 3,293 crores of 146 kilometers, 7 doubling projects of 5,506 crores, and urban climate friendly urban mobility integrated water transport to the Kochi 380 crores. Second Kerala Trade Transport Project 2, 441 crores. Kochi Metro Rail Phase 2, 1,957 crores. National highway projects in coming 5 years, 65,000 crores, ever record. Projects under the Ministry of Water reports, 19 crores. And tax devolution, it is again highest, 12,812 crores. Finance Commission grants, 22,519 crores. Like that, total 13,34,441 crores is allocated to the state. Bharatiya Janata Party, led by Honorable Prime Minister Modi, we are committed to the development and the welfare of the Kerala. That's why through you, in my first visit here, I appeal to the people of Kerala. You have seen both LDF and UDF, which have miserably failed. Only appeasement, corruption, appeasement to the height, both these people. That's why I appeal to them. You, under the leadership of Modi, we are committed. Please support us and you will see a change in Kerala. This is from my side. Now it is up to you.
This is election only one seat what kind of performance are you expecting?
I can say we will substantially and impressively you can see a change, and I have already said there will be a surprise change in Kerala, and we are quite hopeful and we are working towards that. In that
How many seats you are expecting?
No, this is, I don't, whatever is needed to be done, we are working out, and I am not specific. Number I don't want to quote, but then you will see a surprise, that much I can say.
In Kerala, whom do you expect as your, you consider as your main opponent? CPM or Congress?
It is a triangular contest in Kerala.
Who is your main opponent?
Triangular.
Correct. You are considering Congress and CPM as equal opponents.
Almost. Both equal opponents and equal opportunists, equal corruption, equal nepotism.
How do you feel about political atmosphere?
Political atmosphere is quite conducive, and as far as leader is concerned, you must have seen in recent many surveys also, including in Kerala, especially in Kerala, I can say Narendra Modi is the most popular leader of the even in Kerala also.
Is there any chance of more lady candidates?
Sorry?
Is there any chance of lady candidates in Kerala?
Yeah, there will be. We want to give equal representation to the ladies, women, and wherever there is a opportunity, we will definitely consider that.
Can we expect our state president with Congress representation on state president?
That will be decided by the central party and the core committee of the Bharatiya Janata Party. It will be decided in due course. In another week time, you will see it, and you will come to know that.
Will you take more candidates out from outside BJP?
Whoever comes with a commitment to the ideology of BJP and the leadership of Shri Narendra Modi, case by case we will assess it and we will take that, definitely. Thank you.